In today's video, I am using Nothing New, creating this really pretty, colorful makeup look. Hey guys, welcome back. Happy Monday. If you are new here, my name is Julie and I post Get Ready With Me style videos every weekday, Monday through Friday at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll help you find the best affordable beauty and drugstore makeup products. I'll show you how to enjoy your current makeup collection and help you to become more confident by teaching you my best makeup techniques and sharing with you my most valuable life lessons. So if that resonates with you, you should subscribe and stay a while. First, I'm just gonna prime my eyelids with my Hard Candy Longwear Eyeshadow Primer. And I'm going to be doing my eyeshadow first today before I do my foundation. So I'm going to be using this Wet n Wild palette. This is their Fantasy Makers palette in Pick Your Poison. And I found this palette back in October. So this is one of their limited edition like Halloween little palettes. And I never got around to filming any videos with these palettes, but I wanted to just try this out today. I know that it's probably not available anymore, but like maybe some of you guys picked this up. I actually got this at Walmart whenever I bought it. So if not, you could just use similar colors in your makeup collection, and I will see if I can locate this palette, and if so, I will have it linked down in the description box. So with this palette, it doesn't really have a good transition shade, so I'm going to use the transition color in the Wet n Wild Walking on Eggshells palette. So I'm just going to go in with this shade first, and I'm going to blend that here in the crease with my Morphe M441 brush. Now I'm going to go in with this matte cream, and I'm just going to use that as my brow bone highlight. Then for the outer V, I'm going to use this deep plum, like burgundy shade. And I'm just going to first pat that right here. And then I'm going to go back and blend this in the outer V. It's a really pigmented color. Then I'm just going in with a clean my Morphe M506 and just lightly blending around the edge of that shade. Then I got some more of that burgundy plum on the tip of this blush, and I'm just blending that out a little bit more. Taking that color up and then over. Then I'm just going to go back with the Wet n Wild Walking on Eggshells and just that mid-tone brown and blend that in the crease. Like, you could also use whatever bronzer that you're going to use also in your crease to just kind of warm it up and blend the edges of this burgundy plum shade, which I might actually grab just a little bit of my bronzer that I'm going to be using today, which is just the e.l.f. Contour Palette, just like the bronzer shade. Just to like deepen this up a little bit more, because that shade is a little bit darker than the Walking on Eggshells transition color. I'm going to take this shade here and put that on the front part of my eyelid. And what I'm going to do to intensify this eyeshadow, it does have a lot of fallout, like it is kind of a really powdery eyeshadow. I'm just going to mist it with my MAC Fix Plus, but any makeup setting spray will work. So just mist it on the brush. And then this is going to intensify that color and just make it go on a little bit more opaque, because it was a little bit sheer, a little bit powdery. And then I'm just going to take it over on top of that darker shade just to blend. I'm going back with some more of that burgundy shade, and I'm just Kind of blending around the edge. A little bit more, just kind of deepening that shade up. I'm just going back with some more bronzer and just putting that at the top of the crease, making sure that's like really warm. And then before I do my foundation, I'm just taking some lotion and just rolling a Q-tip in the lotion there. And then I'm going to clean up the edge of this eyeshadow just to give it like a more defined edge. You could totally skip this step if you didn't want as a defined edge, but I just want to kind of clean this up here. And I actually want to lighten the center of the lid up a little bit, so I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Single Shadow in the Glow Down. And I'm just getting some of that shade on my finger and just placing that shade like right there. I'm gonna apply my sunscreen, and I'm just using my favorite Biore UV Aqua Rich Watery Essence in SPF 50+. And I get that sunscreen off of Amazon, so I will link it down below. It is a chemical sunscreen, but it does absorb really nice into the skin, which, I mean, I know that's what chemical sunscreens are supposed to do, but this stuff is like a primer gel, and it really works well with putting foundations on top and not like making the foundations like peel off or, you know, like it be too heavy underneath the foundation. And then I am going to I'm going to moisturize my lips with this chapstick, and this is the Vaseline Lip Therapy Rosy Lips. It's not the same as the little tub of the Vaseline Rosy Lips. Like, I've been on the hunt for that product and I can seriously not find it anywhere. But I did find this, so I wanted to give it a try, but it is just like not as dark. It's like not the same. And then for my foundation today, I'm just going to be using the Revlon Color Stay Long Wear Makeup in the combination Oily. Pump some on the back of my hand and then kind of spread that out so I can have a more even application. And I like to put like a little extra on my nose just to build up some coverage there, because I always find that foundation wears off my nose the fastest. And then I'm just using my Dampen Wet n Wild makeup sponge to blend in this foundation. Today is actually New Year's Eve when I'm filming this video, so I just wanted to kind of experiment with some eyeshadows today, just to, I don't know, do something different. And then I'm going to be heading to the grocery store and picking up a few things for this evening. My mom and dad and one of my friends is going to come over to hang out with Josh and I like for New Year's Eve. So we're just going to be having a chill New Year's Eve at home, which I know by the time you guys see this video it will be like a whole week since since the first of the year. So you'll have to let me know in the comments what you guys did for New Year's. Did you just chill at home and play games, because that's what we're planning on doing, or did you go out anywhere? I just really enjoyed just being at home with family for the New Year's. It's like, I know when I was young I liked going out, but it's like I'm past that phase of my life for the most part. It's like maybe every once in a blue moon I might go and do that for New Year's Eve, but I just don't really like being out on New Year's Eve. And for my concealer today, I'm just going to be using my Tarte Shape Tape in the color Light. I'm going to take a little bit more of that concealer like down my nose, around my mouth, just to add some more coverage. Then for my eyebrows today, I just went in with my e.l.f. Brow and Lash Clear Mascara. Then I filled them in with my L'Oreal Brow Stylist Prep and Shape Pro Kit with the dark, it's the medium to dark shade to fill in my eyebrows. And then I just went back and brushed through my brows with the e.l.f. clear brow gel again, just to set everything. Then for my bronzer, I'm just going in with my e.l.f. contour palettes and just the bronzy shade. So on days when I want my bronzer, like I want to use a more warm tone bronzer, this is the bronzer that I reach for. This is just a really good matte warm tone bronzer, and I find that this shade is very comparable to my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer that I use. So if you're looking for a good dupe to that bronzer, I highly recommend this bronzer in the e.l.f. contour palette. It's really easy to work with. It is a nice matte warm tone shade. And that Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, I use the shade medium. Just take a little bit on my nose and also blend some here on my jawline. On days when I want a more cool tone bronzer, I've been using the Milani Silky Matte in 02 Sunkissed. Like if I put these next to each other, you can see that one is definitely more warm and the other one is more cool toned, as you can see there. But they're both matte, and I found that they're both like really easy to blend out and work with. So I still have 2 more of these e.l.f. Camo liquid blushes that I have yet to try, and I think today I'm going to use this one in Dusty Rose. I think that this color might go a little bit better with this makeup look than this one. I don't know. It's like this is a cool tone, this is warm toned. So I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Maybe I will use the cool toned one today. This is in the shade Suave Mauve. And I've showed you guys this technique with the other ones that I've used, but I'll just get some of that on the back of my hand here. And then I'll take whatever blush brush I'm going to use. I guess I'll use this Real Techniques one today because I need to wash my blush brushes. And then I just kind of dip it in there, kind of swirl it around, just kind of pat it so I get some of the excess off so it's not going down too intense. And then I'm just going to slowly build that blush color up. I know some people will just go in directly and dot the blush on the face, but I just find I have better control and can just blend things out and build things up a little better if I use the back of my hand to kind of dab some of the blush off. And surprisingly, that blush does go on a little bit more warm toned than I expected it to. Still a really beautiful color. I would say that this is kind of like a warm mauve, actually. Like almost like a rosy kind of color. And that Real Techniques blush brush blended that out really well. I am going to go back with my makeup sponge and just kind of tone down that blush a little bit so it's not too intense. But like I told you guys in my video on Friday, all of these e.l.f. Camo blushes that I have bought and have tested, I love all the shades. I just have this last one to try in Dusty Rose, so I will use this probably in tomorrow's video. Hopefully in one of my videos from this week, I'll definitely be using this blush, but I don't think you can go wrong, honestly, with any of the shades from that line. I think they're all gorgeous, and it has like a slight sheen to it, which is really beautiful. Almost like a slight built-in highlight, but nothing too over the top. It does not look shimmery at all. I'm going to go in with a highlight shade in this e.l.f. palette. If you hear any noises, Josh is up doing the dishes right now. Put a little bit of that highlight on my nose and on my Cupid's bow. I'm going to go back and finish the eyes. So for the lower lash line, I'm going to go in with this dark warm brown. And I'm just applying that with my Sigma Pencil E30 brush. The cats are running around playing. I can hear them running down the steps. For eyeliner, I am going to go in with my Physicians Formula Eye Booster pen in deep brown. And today I am going to do just a slight wing. I'm going back with that same brown that I used on the lower lash line and just my Real Techniques detailer brush. And I'm just going to smoke the top of that liner out just to soften it. And for my inner corner, I'm just going to go in with this matte cream from the palette that I used on my brow bone. And I'm just going to put this in the inner corner. I actually want to go back and kind of intensify this blush just a little bit more. So I'm adding a little bit more of this blush. Then before I do my mascara and my lips, I'm just going to use my Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. I curled up my lashes with my Tarte Eyelash Curler. And then I used the Maybelline Lash Sensational in Blackest Black on my upper lashes. Just applied a generous amount of mascara. And then on my lower lashes, I used the Maybelline Sky High Lash Sensational in True Brown. For my lipstick today, I'm going to use this lipstick that I haven't used in a while. This is one of the CoverGirl lipsticks. And this is in the color Sultry Sienna. And it's one of their cream formulas. It's a really pretty warm peach shade. I find that it pairs really well with that blush that I used from e.l.f. This lip product isn't super long wearing, but it's really easy to just throw it on throughout the day. It feels like a lip balm, honestly, and it has a nice vanilla scent if you've never used these CoverGirl lipsticks before. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this colorful makeup look. If you guys enjoyed this tutorial, give this video a thumbs up. If you are new, consider subscribing, and I will see you all in tomorrow's video. Bye-bye. Mwah.
Shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art.